Okay, we're going to look at section 2.2. I had a student ask me about a little help on this. You're using the rule 2 to the what power would give me at least 50. How many classes would I need to give me at least 50? Okay, so you can plug in some numbers in your calculator to see 2 to the what power. Start with, you can just randomly pick, but if you do 2 to the 5th power, that would be 32. So that would not work. So keep going up. 2 to the 6th is 64, and 64 would be greater than or equal to 50. So 6 is what we want for our answer for the number of classes on the first one. Okay, let's type in 6 to check. Let's see. Okay, let's type in 6. Okay. Now, if you do the next one, you still use the same formula. 2 to the what power would give me 400. If you do 2 to the 6th, we know was 64. That's definitely not big enough, so we really need to go up. Let's do 2 to the 10th. Okay, 2 to the 10th is too big. 2 to the 10th would be 1024, which looks like it's going to be our answer in C, but we're not there yet. 2 to the 9th is 512, and 2 to the 8th is 256. So we are going to go with 2 to the 9th because that's a little bit over 400. You want it to go over and not go under. All right, so let's see. I'm still learning this new out, so bear with me. All right, so we said 2 to the 9th, and that is correct. Okay, and we already talked about this one a minute ago. 2 to the 10th would be 1024. And then the last one, what do we need? We know 2 to the 10th is 1024, and that is not big enough. So could we go up one? 2 to the 11th is 2048. So we would need 11 class sizes. We would need 11 class sizes to follow the formula. Okay? Alright, let's look at the next one. Okay? A data set that consists of 34 numbers has a minimum value of 12 and a maximum value of 71. Determine the class boundaries using the 2k is greater than or equal to n. So k is how many groups would we need to make this equal the number of values we have or greater than the number of values we have. Okay? So if you look at question help, you're going to use the 2k rule like you normally do, but then you're going to take your maximum value minus your minimum to figure out how wide each class is going to be. Okay? They have to be equal and they cannot overlap. Okay? So that's very important. This is what discrete means. See, it goes from 11 to 18 and then picks up at 19. And let's look at our example here. Okay, so we have, first we need to figure out how many groups we need. Well, if we have 34 numbers, 2 to the 5th is 32. That's not big enough. So 2 to the 6th would be 64. So we're going to stick with 6 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can eliminate B and eliminate C. Okay, now we have to figure out what our width is going to be. If we do 71 minus 12, that would be 59, and we divide it by our total number of groups, which we determined was 6. Okay, so that would be 59 divided by 6 is going to be a decimal, 9.8. So what we need to do is make it go up to 10. Okay? So we're going to add 10 to each one of these. I'm going to clear this. We know B and C are not options. I'm not going to clear it. I'm going to leave it alone and just leave it up there. Okay, so if we add 10, we would get 22. 22, right? So, um, 12 to less than 23, and that would give us our width. And then 23 to less than 32. So let's think about that. Wait, this should be 22, and this should be 22. Okay, now if you look at your example here, I'm not sure what numbers they have. When they did their class width, 58 minus 11 is 47, and you get 47 divided by 8. You get 5.8. Hold on, sorry. 47 divided by 6 is 7.8, so you're going to round up to the nearest whole number. Just make sure you be careful on that part. Okay, so here, so if you counted your numbers 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, that is a class width of 10. Okay, it does not include 22. Now the next one will include 22 all the way to 31, and the next one would include would include 32 to 42. Now remember, it doesn't include 42, it's less than. 42 to 52, 52 to 62, and 62 to less than 72. Alright, let's look back at it and see what we did. Oh, I apologize. We're doing discrete. That was continuous. This is where it continues to pick up. So I just showed you what not to do. So let's fix this. We want discrete, which means it cuts off. So we want to do 12 to 22. Sorry, 21. Because you're including 21. That's why it's discrete. It cuts off. And then you're going to do 22 to 31. And you're going to do 30, 32 to 41, and then 41, and then you're going to do 42 to 51, 52 to 61, 62 to 71. So make sure that these are going up by 10. Okay, now I'm not going to work continuous because I actually just worked continuous over here. So let's check our discrete. Okay, I apologize about that. Continuous never, it picks up. There's no in between. Let's think about continuous. Time could be continuous, meaning that time never stops. But the number of people would be discrete, because you wouldn't say 2.5 people or 2.6 people. You would say one person, 2 people, 3 people, etc. Okay, I can't help myself, so I'm going to do this one for you again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 12 to less than 22, 22 to less than 32, 32 to less than 42, 42 to less than 52, 52 to less than 62, 62 to less than 72. Okay? It's continuous. It keeps picking up. Okay? Now, if on this app that I'm using, you may have a little trouble. Now, frequency, all you do is count. You may have a little trouble. It may be blurry. You may have to pull this up. Make sure you pull it up on an iPhone. You can go to my YouTube channel to view it, to pull it up. It's going to be clearer on the iPhone. I believe the best way to count these, hold on, let me turn off my pop-up blocker real quick. Okay, so the easiest way, play around with this until you find that's kind of what I had to do, is kind of play around with it. Summary stats, tables, frequency. Let's do frequency. You could even do relative frequency. Make sure you select variable 1 so it'll highlight everything on there. So if you notice the counts for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, there they are. So all you have to do is, there are 5 1s, there are 5 2s, there are 6 3s, there are 3 4s, and there are 5 5s. Use this StatCrunch as much as possible, but understand that it is a tool. You still need to know how we got those numbers. We manually counted the ones, but if you have a big table, that's going to be almost impossible to do. I'm going to stop there. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, and I'll be glad to do a video on the problems you're having trouble with.